Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today I'm running a Tri-beam Aggro deck. I don't really have a good name for it, but yeah, we're just running the Tri-beam Improbulator with Noxus and Piltover and Zon. This has actually been a super fun deck. It's actually done really well against kind of mana ramp decks, and I've got a lot of those gameplays today. It seems like a lot of people are playing them for some reason. I didn't get a lot of other gameplay for whatever reason. A lot of people were just playing these sort of control decks, and yeah, funnily enough, I did really well against them. Yeah, so the Tri-beam Improbulator. Each time you use a 3-cost spell, the Tri-beam Improbulator will deal 1 additional damage to an enemy, and then also create a unit on your board that costs the amount of damage that it did. So yeah, if you do 4 damage and you're going to summon a 4-cost unit, that sort of thing. Alright, so because of that, we're running pretty much a ton of 3-cost spells and units in this deck. So we've got Culling Strike, Death's Hand, Draven, Flash of Brilliance, Get Excited, Might, Sump Dredger, and Whirling Death. And once you get Jinx down, her champion spell is Jinx's Get Excited, and Draven's is another Whirling Death, so even more 3-cost spells and units to play, which is super cool because you get these Tri-beams out, you can easily get them up to 7-8 damage pretty easily. And then yeah, Flash of Brilliance is a burst speed spell, so super fast. You can deal a ton of damage to an enemy unit and get another strong unit on your side of the board. Not to mention Flash of Brilliance is creating cards that could be advantageous for you to use, things like Progress Day can also produce something else, could be like True Shot Barrage, pretty good spell. And then if you get things like Reckoning or Hextech Transmogulator, things that you don't really need, you can use them as discard outlets for Get Excited, for the Sump Dredger, for Rummage, things like that, just to kind of shuffle through your deck and get the cards that you need in order to win. Yeah, this is a pretty aggressive deck. You pretty much always are going to have a turn 3 play in some sort of capacity. There are quite a few spells, so you do need to kind of make sure that you get units, or at least sort of like these Culling Strikes, Death Hands that can deal with the enemy units, just so that you aren't wasting mana. And then I guess if it comes to it, you could always use a Jury Rig as a chump blocker early on. But yeah, this is a super fun deck. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's not super hard. Sometimes a level up for Jinx can be a little bit difficult just because you're drawing through and shuffling through a whole bunch of cards. So if Jinx becomes your main win condition, you do need to be a little bit careful on cards and discard just so you can level her up. But for the most part, we're focusing on the Tri-beam Improbulator and using that to create big units and win the game through control. And aggro. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright, so we're going against a mana ramp deck. This may be hard for us to kind of deal with the healing and stuff. Yeah, he could have bastions, and a lot of our spells and stuff won't affect them because we're trying to use basically the Tri-beam Improbulator here. Be nice to have. I'm going to keep the Jury Rig and the Rummage. See if we get another discard card here, and we do, but not the one that I really want. Alright, this is okay. Okay, we're gonna pass again. Sump Dredger is nice because it takes me out of avalanche range.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Alright, so we're going to attack here with both of these units.
Believe or burn.
Now I'm in avalanche range, unfortunately. Culling Strike is good. We can get rid of a Warding Stones if he ever has it. Alright, and we're going to develop here some more. Quite a bit of damage, 10 damage straight up here. So yeah, we're going to do it before he can play Avalanche.
What once was 2, now is 1.
That's kind of unfortunate, if I'm being honest. Use Flash of Brilliance here, see if we get anything good. Progress Day's alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm actually going to use it. Alright, I think I'm going to overdraw here, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Counter draw, that's good. I'm actually somewhat surprised that he's not going to go for a for the health game here. See if he's got anything else. He'll be wasting a ton of mana here if he does. Okay, Star Shaping. Still in range of Avalanche. I think we want to go for it though. We're spreading out quite a bit here and we don't have any units in hand. I think he's got it. Alright, we're gonna go for it before he can use it.
You are beneath me.
We're gonna kill his unit here. So he can't life steal.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty sparkle fly.
Okay. Behold the Infinite. So I don't think he's drawn his units, or he's only got like Aurelion Soul or something. Okay, now he's developing a little bit more. I'm pretty safe in playing my units. I'm not going to though.
King of Trolls coming through!
Culling Strike. Alright, we'll play the Jinx. We're pretty safe. He can play an Avalanche, but it won't kill Jinx, and we'll put him in range for me to kill the Trundle. So it kind of makes it awkward for him to block here, and I also want to get Jinx down because I've got Whirling Death. Alright, so he just goes for a Sunburst. I mean, I think I'm okay with that. He has to deal a lot of damage. I think we're going to use Death's Hand here. Oh man, I want to go for the Culling Strike. I can almost take out his Trundle. I probably should have just done it on the Trundle and I could have killed him. That was silly of me. Alright, we're going to use the Culling Strike to get okay, we got Might, that's really good. Alright, we're going to rummage Culling Strike. We're going to look for another Might here. We're going to open attack and not let him get his damage on us.
Nothing's tougher than a troll!
Alright, and it doesn't look like he's got anything, so we just win the game there. Yeah, I was looking for another Might in the deck. We did pretty good. I definitely made a mistake at the end. I should have damaged the Trundle and then followed that up with the Tri-beam Improbulator. He didn't have like Troll Chance or anything to save his unit. He was out of range of that. I guess he could have had Elixir Iron. They don't normally run it in the deck, so I should have killed the Trundle there. Definitely a mistake. We ended up getting the win though. Yeah, I guess he didn't have any more healing in his hand. Even if he did, I think I would have been able to power through it with the Might that I had, and then also I could have killed Trundle with the second Whirling Death. So I think overall it would have been hard for him to win there, but But yeah, I should have definitely taken out the Trundle. That should have been a priority. Okay, another mana ramp, it looks like, with Karma and Aurelion Soul, so this is going to be kind of control, which may be kind of hard for us to deal with our, I guess, deck style here. I'm going to get rid of Flame Chompers and Whirling Death. I'm going to keep Sump Dredger and Flame Chompers. Concussive Palm, Steel Tempest, that sort of thing is going to be pretty common, I think. We made a deck like this and it's pretty fun, but yeah, they're just trying to get to late game by invoking.
We each hold a world within.
I guess I've got some life steal as well. I wish I had Culling Strike here. I think we let this go. Okay, awesome. Let's kill it. See if he's got a deny. Could have a couple things here. Okay, so we get that out. If he had deny, he didn't let us do it, or he didn't do it, I mean. So I'm not sure what he actually has here. All right, and I think we're okay just to attack. I'm just gonna put the Flame Chompers up there too. Okay, 5 damage is pretty good. And he invokes. Okay, so that tells us a little bit about his deck, that he's running mostly Targon cards. He has the Eye of the Dragon and Karma though, so I don't know exactly how good his odds are. Yeah, let's play our clump of Wumps here and spread out a little bit.
The charger is unyielding.
Okay, this is fine. We can use Death's Hand on this charger the next round, or we could just block it with the Scrap Scuttler. We know exactly what he has. Okay. 4, 5, or 6.
Sunlight guide you, my
Probably a pretty
brethren.
good spot if he's got Obliterate or something. Alright, let's do Flash of Brilliance just to see what we get here. Progress stays okay. We're going to use Death's Hand and sort of scout out some things here. This is also going to power up our Tri-beam Improbulator. And, okay. So he's tapped under Deny. We're going to take out his big unit here. I probably would have preferred to do one more, but yeah, I think we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so we do have lethal here next round. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I did that wrong. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, we did 13, 14, 15, yeah. With the might, we've got lethal. Alright, we got some Dredgers. I'm going to spread out, I think. Now he doesn't really want to play his Karma, I think. If he's got Star Shaping, we still can beat him. He'll need Guiding Touch if he wants to win, I believe. 3. Shouldn't have any hard removal, so we're actually going to give it to this guy. He's got Guiding Touch, he'll be forced to use it. Okay, we got him. There we go, 5-minute game. Pretty fast there. Managed to be aggressive enough that we could beat him. Yeah, he wasn't, as far as I know, he wasn't really carrying the control cards from Ionia, and I know that because he's running the Allegiance card from Targon. More than likely, if he was, then he just got lucky. So I think if you run a Karma deck like the one that I made with Aurelion Sol, you really need to have more of the control options from Ionia to help you. So like Deny, Concussive Palm, Still Tempest, Health Pot, things that can slow down the enemy's kind of aggression. Because yeah, you kind of see that he didn't have a way to stop me there with stuns and healing really. So but then at the same time, maybe he's not running Guiding Touch either, so I don't really know what he's running. Either way, I don't think his deck was optimized. Definitely would run more control cards from Ionia if you're going that sort of Aurelion Sol and Karma route, just as a kind of little tip there. So yeah, he can stop my aggression. If you're running a control deck, you're trying to get to late game, you should match up well against aggro decks and the style of deck that I was running there. And yeah, I just don't think he had the right cards in the deck to kind of make it work perfectly. Alright, so we're going against a mana ramp deck with Trundle and Tryndamere. I really want to be searching, I guess, for Culling Strikes early on here so I can take out his Wording Stones if he's got them. So there's a Culling Strike just like that. I kind of don't want the Jinx. This is okay. I've got kind of a decent curve here. And we end up getting the Jinx anyway. Alright, I'm going to play the Clump of Wumps. Alright, I think I'm okay with ending the round here. I'm going to discard the Mushroom instead of the Flame Choppers in case he's got Avalanche. Alright, there's his Wording Stones. We're going to take this. Okay, Unspeakable Horse, that is putting me into Avalanche range, but that also puts his Wording Stone into Avalanche range as well, so I can deal with that. We'll end the round. There's our Tri-beam Improbulator, so that's nice. Let's see if he's got a Trundle. And he does. I think what do we do? I think we pass here.
Smashing!
And we use Whirling Death. Alright, so that's okay there. We can play Jinx. We're in Culling Strike range. We're forcing him to use some cards if he's got it. Let's see what he can do. Alright.
Oh, part of the plan, I just beat up.
Awesome. It's gonna be a 6. I think I'm gonna end. I kind of want to save Culling Strike for his Ice Pillar. Okay, I'm not going to force him to go if he doesn't want to. It's fine by me, not going to spread out. That tells me he probably has an avalanche if he's letting me attack here. Or just pass, he wanted me to spread out. So yeah, we're going to deal some damage, see if he's got Catalyst of Aeons to heal up. Still not doing anything. Okay, let's see if he's got a Tryndamere. War Mother's Call. Alright, that's fine. Let's go like this. Get some more cards here. I want to search for my Get Exciteds and other Jinxes. That would be good. Use Flash of Brilliance. Reckoning is interesting, but it doesn't really help me too much. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are at 3 damage and 2 damage. He gets a Tryndamere, of course. Pretty typical. Alright, we'll pass here.
To battle!
Don't want to block with that one. Block 1 damage. Not the best, but I want to use him to spread out. Can use Culling Strike now. Spread out our cards here and open attack. Hopefully we can get a little bit lucky, and we don't really, but I think we can still get this to work. Pull in from this side, threaten him with lethal damage here. He's still at -1, so he has to play some cards here. Alright, Troll Chant isn't going to help him. That one will, though. So will that. At 5. Alright, sneak in the win. There we go, we were pretty aggressive and got the win at 7 minutes about, so not too bad there. Got through his healing and even beat his War Mother's Call, so that was pretty cool there. I think it was somewhat important that I didn't block with my Flame Chompers and that I was able to drag the one Tryndamere. Maybe like in the grand scheme of things it wouldn't have mattered that much, but I do think that it's important to save the units that you need in order to win the game and just kind of think that those sort of decisions through. Because I about blocked with it just because I had more health. But the Challenger, I think, could have been really advantageous to me, even if it hadn't been, you know, like another Tryndamere that had come out from War Mother's Call. But still, I mean, don't make stupid mistakes, kind of think them through.